Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Kevin's Commentary. Cowboy Wrestling Team has one of the biggest home matches it's had in a long time coming up Friday. Oklahoma State, of course, one of the great programs in the country. And we have a young guy here with us today who we're very happy is back at Wyoming. Bryce Meredith, who is going to be wrestling maybe the best guy at 141 outside of yourself in the country. And I know you're very anxious. I know the team is very anxious, Bryce, to take on Oklahoma State Friday night. Talk about the team first, how you guys feel about being in the Big 12 now, stepping up to a bigger league, and what that means to you guys and to the program.
As a program, it's amazing. You know, I think with everything that the Big 12 brings, competition, the name, everything, it's kind of exciting. You know, just being part of a big conference is cool. And, you know, with the teams of Oklahoma State and OU just being nationally ranked, and Iowa State, all those schools, and then what the Western Wrestling Conference had before, it's 10 teams now, which is one of the larger conferences, I believe, in wrestling, and it's tough. And I think, you know, teams could look at that as two ways. It's either too large of a challenge or a challenge that you'd love to accept and set yourself up for national bids and everything else with the competition that the Big 12 brings.
Of course, you've gotten off to a great start. Yeah. You're nationally ranked, and to be the best, you got to wrestle the best, and you're going to be wrestling the #1 guy in the country this week. What kind of mindset do you have going into that?
My mindset's positive always. I mean, as I watch people on Flow Wrestling and stuff, there's not anybody at 141 that I feel is above me, you know, too tough that I can't beat. I watch them, you know, wrestle my old teammate from NC State or other people that I've competed against, and nobody's just a crazy dominant, you know, and I'm right there, you know. I failed short last year to making the NCAA tournament last year, and it sucked, you know, it really hurt. It was just like, dang, a whole year of hard work, and now I don't get to go to the NCAA tournament. I don't get to be on ESPN, and that just fueled me this summer and training now. And I just go into training with this positive mindset of whoever I am wrestling, of just like leave no doubt. Like, you know, I'm gonna try to take it to everybody as best I can, and I'm just gonna be relentless. It's just, yeah, that's what I would say. Just be relentless.
How do you describe yourself as a wrestler, your style? What is Bryce Meredith like?
My style with wrestling, it's pretty fast-paced. I would say I'll be coming at you. I'll be taking shots. We'll get in some flurries of scrambles. We'll throw hands, kind of, you know, get in a little trouble by the refs, being a little too aggressive, stuff like that. I think I kind of have like a louder personality on the mat as everywhere maybe, but yeah, I'm not somebody that stands around too much and waits around. I'm kind of somebody that likes getting after it.
You mentioned North Carolina State, and we never like it when a Wyoming guy leaves to go elsewhere, but you did go to North Carolina State, an outstanding program in its own right. I would assume it was a very difficult decision for you to go out there, and it was probably a very difficult decision to leave and come to Wyoming.
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
Yeah, so the decision process was, I mean, a lot of people's recruiting processes are maybe fun or whatever, but people on the outside do not understand the pressure that comes with recruiting. And, you know, being in Wyoming, I've lived here my entire life, so there's always that, I got to go see something new. I want to go see something new. And not really knowing what you're missing. And, you know, that's the family, the friends, the support of the small state, and what this university brings. The support system is very nice. So I was just pressured. I was like, I want to go out. Even if I don't know if I knew what the right decision was. I went on these visits, and my mom was like, "Did you like it?" And I was like, "Yeah, it was cool. Yeah, it was cool." There was nothing where I was like, "That's the school I want to go to. I want to be there." No doubt in my mind. There was never like that. So I made the decision to head out to the East Coast, and, you know, like everything, there's positives, there's negatives. I was out living in a new place, meeting new people, experiencing a larger city living lifestyle, stuff like that. But family, friends. It's crazy how much joy they bring. And you can be having the most fun on the East Coast, but if you have no family there to enjoy it with, it's hard to truly be like reaching that level of happiness. So I was out there and, I just felt the weight of, man, I gotta come home. Oh, whatever, it's homesick at first. So I put it on the back burner, and then I just realized that I needed to come home. I needed to be back at Wyoming. I want my parents to be there to support. They've, invested so much into me that it was kind of rude almost, feeling that I was out and they have to watch me on the internet all the time or watch a Twitter feed to see how I'm doing. So it's nice that they're here and being able to watch me and support. It's been fun.
Not many guys have an opportunity to wrestle at two really good programs. I suppose you feel fortunate that Wyoming was happy to have you come back and welcome you back.
Yeah, that was the most nerve-wracking part, because Branch and I had our recruiting process, and I turned him down, and that, I don't know if it's ever a personal thing, but it's not, something that a coach wants to lose. They're a Wyoming native, and we had a good relationship even before that. So when I left, I was like, dang, I wonder if Branch will take me back. Like, if I decide, like, is he gonna accept me? Because if not, then I'm just, which I was fine with staying at NC State. It wasn't like something I had to leave. I was like, but I knew I wanted to come back, so I was like, I didn't know how to go about the process, because asking for a verbal release to your coaches is kind of like hard, because they're just like, what, you're trying to leave us, so that was tough. But I called Branch, and he welcomed me and was very excited about it, so that made it very nice. Then my coaches gave me the blanket release to the University of Wyoming, so ended up working out like perfect.
So you obviously have wrestled for two outstanding coaching staffs, no doubt. Has your style changed a little bit from when you were out there with that staff as opposed to this staff?
I would not say my style's changed a little bit, but I was cutting more weight at NC State, and that messes with your energy levels with everything, with the training and your energy levels on the mat. And so now that I went up a weight, I'm now at 141. I think my energy levels have been able to be there in the practice room, and I think that's been great. And then just the conditioning that we do here allows my gas tank to be, larger, training at elevation, everything. So I feel like with higher energy levels, I can actually keep that pace through the whole 7 minutes of the match.
What do you love most about wrestling?
I just love scrapping. Like, that's the word I can think of, I've never been somebody that's like into fighting or anything like that, but I love fighting on the wrestling mat. It's fun to throw hands and get flustered and just try to like beat another man down, and it's kind of like a gladiator sport. I kind of try to think about it as, if I lose, I die. Like that would be the death of me 2,000 years ago. But instead, it's just fun. I've refell in love, because I think, through junior high and high school, you might get a little burnt out at times and stuff. But I just fell in love with just scrapping, and that's in practice and on the mat. It's obviously more fun.
Well, we're glad you're having fun,
Yeah.
and we're glad you're having fun at the University of Wyoming.
Yes.
Best of luck, Bryce. Thanks for being with us.
Yes, thank you very much.
Okay, Bryce Meredith, the Cowboys and Oklahoma State Cowboys on Friday night in the WYO. You ought to be there. That'll be something. Thanks for being with us, and happy holidays, everyone.